Now, I have never been one to discredit the GOAT debate or say take the coward high road way out of I'm sick of the GOAT debate. I don't like the GOAT debate. You know me, I don't have GOAT debates. I don't like. Since when did this start? This shit only got tired and annoying when Michael Jordan was consensus the GOAT and everybody pretty much knew it. There was no debate. Nobody was tired of talking about GOAT debates, and it was only when they tried to shoehorn LeBron in there because of how toxic it has become. And you know, it's never ending. It's ad nauseum, and that's the only reason. But I think that it's just like every era will always try to have someone from their current time competing with whatever GOAT there is because it's new and it's fresh and it's just a new idea and it's modern. It's from our era. Nobody wants to keep with the same old. It's just like flat earth. Like, let's just make up some new crazy. It don't matter how ridiculous it is. Come on, let's just get something going to contest the normal. It's time. But anyway, two main things that I would say about this is that one, the league is obviously rigged. Okay, now, you know, I've been knew that, like, to certain points, you know, like referees, you know, had the Tim Donaghy situation. And this is coming from someone who's a Kobe fan, and Tim Donaghy admitted that he cheated in the Kings and Lakers, and he said that there were plenty other more refs and stuff. We got players using performance enhancers, we got players betting on themselves, but that's just base level. I'm talking about the whole WWE scripting of it, which it definitely is. Now we got gambling involved and the bottom line. So I want to talk on the fact that when we're talking this GOAT stuff, we have to look at it at a context of that and see, just like the WWE, when you got people like The Rock, like LeBron, you know, the people's champion, you know, it's like they're going to cater towards their star that they created, you know, and then if you're the bad guy, they're going to try to, you know, it's all right, it's time for you to take a fall. But on top of that, a new way that I was looking at it, one way, all right, so let's just do three. One way that I was looking at it is we should do greatest team. And also when we do greatest team or when we do greatest player, you have to always look at context of era relative, such as like an ELO rating in chess. It's not about, you know, because older eras, everything always evolves and get better over time, but how much better were you than your current counterparts? For example, Michael Jordan, six championships and 2 3-peats. And, you know, players right now are probably better than Bob Cousy and those guys were back in the day, but it doesn't matter. Like a 2016 Toyota Corolla is probably better than the best Mercedes 30, 40 years ago, but the Mercedes was way better than other cars of its time. So that's how you judge it. You know, like I said, ELO rating in chess. So we have to look at that. But again, so if we're looking at teams, we do the same thing. And we say it's a team sport. So it only makes sense to look at best teams, you know. But let's get off that and continue with this one last thing before I forget it. Speaking of teams, right? This shit just blew my mind, and it annoyed this might be the thing that kills the GOAT debate. How many people in the GOAT debate played for the Celtics and or the Lakers? Most of them. How many championships was won by the Celtics or the Lakers? Most of them. Imagine you trying to be in the GOAT debate and you think this thing is about winning, and you do not end up on one of those 2 teams out of 32, however many they got in the league. What I'm saying is, when it comes to GOATs and the league being rigged, doesn't that kill everything? In order to be the GOAT, you have to go to one of the greatest franchises because they're more likely to win and you're more likely to get the accolades. And it's only 12 roster spots. And then you dudes try to say that championships don't matter unless you lead the team in particular stats. So that means it's 2 roster spots per year where you're making a GOAT case, unless you eventually go there somewhere down in your career. I was looking at this pie chart. That shit blew me in mind. The Lakers and the Celtics had all the pie. They ate all the food. So what are we talking about here? It has nothing to do with how well you play. All it has to do with is you, do you, have you, and how long have you played for the Celtics or the Lakers? I hope you're getting what I'm really trying to say. What I'm really trying to say is, this shit is, what is this? It's 2 teams. So the best player, Anthony Davis, he's on another team. Boom, bring him over. Luka Doncic, he's on another team. Bring him over. You get your ring. This is your chance to be set forth. And they're already giving Luka a future on the Lakers. So this is your chance to be. You think that it's not set up for them to try to give Luka his Lakers championship? They can't even set it up to give him one on Dallas. So they had to bring, but it's just not just about that. It's just about, again, I just want to clarify what I'm really trying to say. If 2 teams have 90% chance of winning it all, what is the point of playing for other teams? It's stupid. And then again, when you play for other teams, it's just a interview. I'm trying to think of that. It's just an audition to see if one of those 2 teams wants you. Then you go there and then you can win. Because I used to think this. I used to be thinking Allen Iverson is stupid. Joel Embiid is stupid. You're talking about, you playing in Philly. I know Philly is a bad organization. It's not ran well. They don't draft right. They don't manage their money right. They always signing old guys and playing bums. And I remember it was so funny. The Sixers got fined for how fast they fucking went and got PJ Tucker in the offseason. It was like collusion. It was a break it up. Why would you, not PJ Tucker, the bum PJ, the one with the bald head, the brown skin guy. I'm getting PJ Tucker or PJ Washington, whichever one is the bum. Why would you run out? You broke the law to go get a guy with no skill whatsoever. Why? You're trying to lose. You know what I mean? So, they brung Chris Webber when he was old, knee problems. They brung AI back, old as hell after a gambling and alcohol run. Mecca Okafor, old, washed up. They just love doing that. But it's a lot of teams that's poorly run. And you might say, it's just because they're poorly run. No, it's all a plan. It's all a part of the plan. And I hope that phone call didn't just block out. I hate when people fucking call my phone. But, all right. So, again, I used to say things like that. Well, he played for a bad team. And I'm like, well, he should have demanded a trade. If his team wasn't good enough, you should have went to the... Think about how dumb that is, though. You got to demand a trade. And it's not no other teams that you can go to. It's only 2. Once I realized it was only 2, because I was just thinking going to a better team. But once I realized that it's only 2, my argument would have been, well, he should have went to the Celtics or the Lakers. If the Celtics, what is this, the Harlem Globetrotters? What is it? It's set up for y'all to win. The majority, you sprinkle in a couple little random ones here and there, but for the most part, we talking legacies here. You could get one. Come on. You get one somewhere else. Kawhi, Giannis, Jokic. You could get one. But if you really want to solidify yourself as a GOAT, you got to play for these big market teams. And, Warriors, certain exceptions. But come on, man. Come on. And yeah, I think that's all I'm going to touch on this one, because I'm mad because that phone call happened. I had a lot more, but now I got to go check and see if the full audio is here. All right, I'll see y'all in the next one.